MiniMax H3 is one of the best, if not the best, open video models out there right now. It's already incredible with face consistency, motion coherence, and overall quality. But what if I told you there's a single LoRA that can push it even further, making faces hyper-realistic, skin-pore level detailed, and expressions that actually hold up in extreme close-ups? This is the MiniMax H3 Realism People LoRA by Fall. And today, we're not just talking about it, we're testing it head-to-head against the base model inside ComfyUI. Same seeds, same prompts, same settings. The only difference? This tiny adapter. Let's jump in. Alright, so we're inside ComfyUI right now. If you've used MiniMax H3 before, this node setup will look familiar. For this first test, we're doing reference to video, but keep in mind, this LoRA works across all three modes: text to video, image to video, and reference to video. Here's our node setup. We're using the MiniMax H3 reference to video model. Sampler is set to res, multi-step, simple at 20 steps. I'm intentionally not using sage attention or any turbo or speed optimizations for this first run. I want the absolute best quality so we can judge the LoRA fairly. Resolution is locked at 1.6 megapixels, which lands us right around 720 PHD. Now, the prompt. The trigger word for this LoRA is R34L1SM. That's realism with numbers, and you want it right at the start of your prompt. Here's what I wrote. R34L1SM. Subject definition, the woman shown in the picture. Preserve exact facial features. Photorealistic live-action 10-second video. Sitting at a dining table, she picks up the spoon from the ramen bowl in front of her, uses the spoon to taste the broth. A quick tip on prompting. Specificity is everything with MiniMax H3. I use ChatGPT or Claude to break down the action second by second, at what second she picks up the spoon, at what second she tastes it, at what second she reacts. The model follows temporal instructions incredibly well if you give it a clear timeline. Don't just write a woman eating ramen script the motion. Okay, let's look at the result. She tastes the broth and gives a thumbs up, exactly what we scripted in the prompt. But look at the face. The skin texture, the micro expressions, the way the light catches her cheek, it looks genuinely real. Not AI real, actually real. The face doesn't smooth out into that waxy plastic look that so many video models default to. It holds. Now let's see what the base MiniMax H3 does with the exact same setup. Same seed, same 20 steps, same 1.6 megapixel resolution, same sampler. The only change? I disconnected the LoRA node and removed the trigger word from the prompt. Everything else is identical. Okay, so this is still impressive. I'm not going to pretend the base model is bad. MiniMax H3 is fantastic. The motion is there, she gives the thumbs up, the ramen bowl looks good, the action is coherent, but if you compare them side by side, the realism gap is obvious. The base version has that slight synthetic softness on the skin. The LoRA version has texture, poor detail, and a more cinematic documentary-style look. The base model is great. The LoRA just makes it better. Let me pull up the Hugging Face page so you can see the details. The trigger word is R34L1SM. Remember, with the numbers, this is a LoRA adapter specifically for MiniMax H3, and the best part is it's not locked to one workflow. Text to video, image to video, reference to video, it handles all of them because it only touches the shared attention projections. The page shows a before and after grid, base H3 on the left, LoRA on the right, same prompt, same seed. The improvements are in the fine details, natural skin texture instead of smoothing, eyes and micro expressions staying coherent, film-style lighting, and even a subtle handheld camera quality to the motion. To use it in ComfyUI, you literally just download the safe answers file, drop it into your model's LoRa's folder, and add a standard load LoRA node between your model loader and the sampler. Strength is set to 1 by default, which is the intended sweet spot. If you find the effect too punchy or stylized for your particular scene, dial it back to 0.6 or 0.8. I personally find 1 works best for people and portraits. They train this on 176 hand-curated live-action clips focused entirely on people, portraits, workers, athletes, kids, everyday characters. Let's stress test this with a harder scenario. Here's our base image for the next generation, a girl lying near a volcanic eruption. Same settings again, res, multi-step, simple, 20 steps, 1.6 megapixel. Here's the prompt. R34L1SM, a woman lying on volcanic ground near an active lava field. She takes a picture of the volcanic landscape, then looks back as the lava gets very close. She realizes it is right beside her and gets frightened. Maintain realistic human motion and facial expressions. Body remains consistent. Face the camera. Begins with a cinematic medium-wide shot. Again, I broke this down by seconds when she takes the photo, when she looks back, when the fear registers. Temporal prompting is key. Look at that. At the end, she actually gets scared. The facial expression shifts from curiosity to alarm. And here's the critical thing. Even after her face goes out of frame and comes back, it doesn't deteriorate. It stays consistent. LTX 0.5 struggled with this. LTX 2.3 still has issues with long-range face consistency, but MiniMax H3 is already strong here, and with this LoRA, it's even more locked in. The face doesn't morph, doesn't drift, doesn't turn into a different person when the camera moves, so that's the MiniMax H3 Realism people, LoRA by FAL. If you're doing any kind of human-centered AI video, portraits, dialogue scenes, documentary-style shots, this is basically a must-have. It doesn't break the base model's strengths. It just sharpens the one area where even H3 can use a boost, human realism at close range. I'll drop the links to the LoRA, the Hugging Face page, and my ComfyUI workflow in the description below. If you want the full workflow file with all the nodes pre-configured, you can grab it from my page. Link is down there. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, drop a comment. If you want me to test this LoRA with Sage Attention or turbo samplers for faster generation, and subscribe if you haven't already. There's a lot more AI video content coming. I'll catch you in the next one.